far as episodes, and you called that one the episode. It was like a love fest.
Yeah, sure. Everybody, got back to Aquinas, and I know that that's where, Derek and Chris really have done their best work, and we appreciated them at Irondequoit, and it was sorry for us to see them go. So I didn't get to see too much of that episode. You guys talked about the day and all this stuff about when we did this and when we did that and blah blah blah, and it was like, okay, let's move on with this. It's 2025. We're not worrying about this or that from the day.
Yeah, but the this or that is what builds a winning program.
You know what builds a winning program?
Kids.
My man. You can say what you want about coaches and schemes and all that great stuff, and maybe, just maybe, you get lucky out coaching a guy once every 3 years. But if it's not the kids, so it's a labor of love. I don't care where you're at. No one, I could tell you stories about Don Hagreen, who was one of the best Hall of Fame coach at Athena, and he was, winning year after year after year. And, a year after he retired, he went back to school to, talk to the team. And, one of the kids was like, who's the old dude? They have no idea who you are. If you went back to East High where you were very successful, they wouldn't know you from Adam. And maybe a coach might know you.
Yeah, right.
But bottom line is the kids move on faster than
and even the people in the coaching field, you'll see very few start and finish at the same place that they started. There is movement. Coaches move to different, they get different opportunities that also produces opportunities for others to come in and build their own legacy at these places. Yep. And in that Aquinas situation, I mean, actually, it would be Chris's third time back at Aquinas.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at you can return, some do return, some never return to places, but look at any coach. I mean, we mentioned Bill Belichick before, where he had Super Bowl championship teams and was coaching college football. He's been at various NFL teams, the Giants, the Browns.
Yep.
So if you stay in this career long enough, you'll be at a bunch of places.
That's why I don't throw any of my old Olympia stuff out, Johnny. I got a attic full of
I got my Olympia stuff.
You never know, Paul. You got it.
Right,
I got
it.
You got your East High stuff. You go up and look on tote, and all of a sudden,
there it is.
You got your green and gold, your high shorts.
What did
Oh, yeah.
You got your spandex shorts.
Me and Homer.
Yeah.
So, it's a...
the waffle coaching shoes or whatever, the Rydell.
You can go back and talk. But, if you look at, we just mentioned it, there's almost 20 coaching changes over the last 3 years, just in County City. God only knows what's going on in the smaller schools.
Yeah.
So to have two veterans go back and take it. I told Chris, I saw him after he accepted the job, and first words that came out of my mouth were, "You're crazy," because being an assistant is way sweeter than being the head coach. Yeah. Because who are they coming after?
That's why your name's on the side of the truck.
Parents, administrators, officials, kids. It's you. It's not somebody else. So to take on a head coaching job at a later part, like Dave Wickham, he's still doing it.
Yeah, God bless him.
Rich Lapani's still doing it.
God bless him.
But you look across the board, everybody's in their, 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
And we'll see how long these guys last.
Because there is a burnout in coaching.
Well, it's so different
now, where you're talking 365. Yeah. Back in the day, you'd have coaches, head coaches, and that would coach multiple sports. There'd be a head coach of a winter sport or a spring sport also.
This can be something on another roundtable episode. We were talking about football year round now, but the coaches are still getting the same pay as it's just a season where they're up there in the weight room, they're doing the camps and everything. I mean, it's year round.
And you've added now to the coaches, what are you doing for fundraising for your team? What do and it's more than just coaching a team. What have you done community service for with your team? So there's so much more
college recruiting.
Yep. What are you doing there? So it just keeps piling it on. I guess.
God, I love being an assistant.
Now,
I love being an assistant. That's all on Coach Victor, and you know what? I coach whatever, and I love it.
I started snooping around about a month ago, and I was looking up some things about high school coaches as far as their pay, and I think I was throwing you some numbers, and I found the highest paid high school football coach in the United States right now. I forget his name, but I know the state, and I know how much he gets a year. I'll give you the state.
Texas. It's got to be.
No,
Texas.
it's not, actually. No. Actually, it's Oklahoma.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Oklahoma. Now, let's talk about his salary. What do you think his salary is? It's a high school football coach in Oklahoma.
Well, unless they have some big oil rigs there, maybe he's a six-figure guy.
Oh, here's the thing too: is he teaching? He's just the head coach?
Is he
He's
not
just the head coach.
Is he any other responsibilities in the building?
No,
No,
not at all.
no.
And he's probably got 14 assistants, and he's
12 or something like that.
something like that. And his booster club is probably raising $500,000 and easily. And he's probably getting maybe a chunk of change from gate receipts because NIL is NIL now, right? I mean, there's people that are talking about Hampton from Monroe having an NIL deal, which would be great for him. But a high school coach in Oklahoma, oil country, probably north of 100,000, 120.
235.
Wow.
Okay, good for him.
Doubled.
Better win some games.
Yeah, because sometimes those for sale signs are
They're for real.
they're for real, and you lost 2 games.
Yep. They're the wrong 2 games, by the way. So probably your rival, state finals, and your rival.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, good for him.
Okay, I think we're good right now.
All right.
Everybody, and thank you for being here. Now, next week, this is a real tough one. This is coming out Thursday. This coming weekend is Easter, and I'm trying to fish around for some, trying to find somebody, but it's just really tough this, Easter weekend. Everybody's basically on vacation. Next week, I probably won't have an episode, but I may just do a real little quick update for next week's episode as far as who we're looking at coming on in the next couple weeks. I know we're having Chelsea back on in 2 weeks. And
we have Kyle Fenn also.
The week after that, we'll have Kyle Fenn.
I'll look to schedule some of
the people that you were just talking about. So next week I'll have maybe just me on for maybe 5 minutes and just giving people updates because I do want to not miss that Thursday at 5. I think that's been really good to us. And
that means
wrap it up.
That means we're done.
Someone say, okay.
That means we're done.
Move it along.
Give us the hook.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Keeping it real, Section 5 football.
Good night, everybody. Have a great